Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are always fine. My name is Maya Shahmat from E6 number 19. So, in this video, our main focus is narrative text. Let me explain. Narrative text is a kind of text to retell or to amuse the reader or listeners about the story. The function is to entertain the readers, to teach or inform, and to change social opinion. Then, the generic structure of narrative text. First is orientation. It sets the scene and introduces the participants. It answers the question who, when, where, and what. The second is complication. Tells the problems of the story and how the main characters solve them. This part includes situations, activities, or events that lead problem or complication into climax. It shows when the crisis arises. The third is resolution. This crisis is resolved for better or worse. It shows the end of the story, usually a happy ending but not at all. Reorientation. This is optional structure, which is the ending of the story. And then the other generic structure of narrative text is evaluation and coda. Evaluation is the stepping back to evaluate the story or the moral message of the story. And then coda. Coda changes the characters of lesson or value of the story. Now I will give an example of narrative text. King Midas and Golden Touch. In ancient Greek, there was a king named Midas. He had a lot of gold and everything he needed. He also had a beautiful daughter. Midas loved his gold very much, but he loved his daughter more than his riches. One day, a satyr named Silenus got drunk and passed out in Midas' rose garden. Believing that satyrs always bring good luck, Midas lets Silenus rest in his palace until he is sober, against the wishes of his wife and daughter. Silenus is a friend of Dionysus, the god of wine and celebration. Upon learning Midas' kindness towards his friend, Dionysus decided to reward the king. When asked to wish for something, Midas says, "I wish something I touch turns into gold." Although Dionysus knew it was not a great idea, he granted Midas his wish. Happy that his wish was granted, Midas went around touching random things in his garden and his palace and turned them into all gold. He touched an apple and it turned into a shiny gold apple. His subjects were astonished but happy to see so much gold in the palace. In his happiness, Midas went and hugged his daughter, and before he realized, he turned her into a lifeless golden statue. Aghast, Midas ran back to the garden and called for Dionysus. He begged the god to take away his power and save his daughter. Dionysus gives Midas a solution to change everything back to how it was before the wish. Midas learned his lesson and lived the rest of his life content with what he had. Okay, let's talk about elements from the story King Midas and Golden Touch. First is start from orientation. That's solving the question of who is the main character, which is King Midas, and the other character is her daughter. And then solving question of where, which in one of the kingdom in Greece, and also solving for what, which King Midas really loved his gold. Then the second is complication. It starts when the satyr was resting in his palace, and then Dionysus, as the god of wine and celebrations, granted the king's wish to turn everything he touched into gold. But King Midas' happiness brings bad luck. He hooked his daughter, and this made her turn into golden statue. Next, the third structure is resolution. After his daughter became a golden statue, King Midas asked Dionysus to take away his power and save his daughter. King Midas learned this lesson to live his life with what he had. Well, now let's find out the moral value of the story. So the story tells us tells us that being happy doesn't have to mean living a luxurious life. Be grateful for the presence of people we love before losing them. Okay, everyone, that's about King Midas and Golden Touch. What do you think? Well, this is the kind of fairy tale too. I hope this video can increase your knowledge, and thank you for watching, and see you.